A tree is a mindful activity that gives children the opportunity to express themselves both emotionally and cognitively. During this highly creative directive, children will be asked to draw a tree. They will also be encouraged to express and discover themselves as though they were actually trees. When children do this engaging exercise, they have the chance to notice and observe their own emotions and thoughts. But at the same time, they do not give these emotions and thoughts too much attention. The goal of this activity is to help children in a truly supportive environment as they experience feelings in their bodies and minds. By asking children to observe their feelings, it enables them to interpret them in a new light. While in the process of creating their tree, children have the opportunity to observe their own feelings rise and fall. Ultimately, this process allows them to understand that it is possible to observe the energy of their feelings without having the need to act on those feelings. We start by asking the simple question, what causes a tree to start to grow? The tree starts to grow from one wish. This wish is someone's idea to put a seed in the soil and grow the tree. We put a seed in the soil and then we water it. In the beginning, just a small tree appears. Then slowly this small tree starts to change. It starts to grow branches, leaves, and of course roots that grow under the ground. These roots become stronger and stronger every day. The sturdy tree trunk serves the tree in different ways. It supports the tree's branches and limbs. It also passes along the moisture from the roots to the leaves. The tree trunk is also important for protecting the tree. It protects it from things like insects and bad weather. The trunk keeps the tree healthy and thriving. The trunk transfers water and minerals to the branches and leaves. Air supplies carbon dioxide to the tree. Carbon is the tree's main food, and it gets it from the process called photosynthesis. Leaves prepare the food obtained from air and the soil. So think about this big, strong tree, or maybe it's a smaller tree. What does it look like? Where is it located? Maybe it's in a dense forest, or maybe it's just a little tree in your backyard. Every tree is beautiful and every tree is unique. Every day this tree grows a little larger, but something truly amazing happens as this tree grows and changes. All the parts of this tree still stay completely connected. Each part has its own function and purpose. Each part of the tree does its job and it's important for the tree to function. Let's imagine that we are trees. Just like a tree, we also have different parts of ourselves that are connected and work together. Just like trees, we all look a little different and act a little differently.
Now, let's think about our minds. Our mind creates and processes different thoughts and emotions. Our emotions and thoughts are interconnected all the time again, just like the different parts of the tree. Our body receives certain signals and sends feedback to our minds. All these parts of ourselves function together, just like the parts of a tree. The tree's life and well-being are based on all the various activities we mentioned. It is constantly growing, just like the tree. If there is something we want to achieve, there are tasks we must do. These tasks can be broken into a few simple steps. We just have to focus on one step at a time. Then we can achieve our goal. But imagine what might happen if our thoughts lost connection with our emotions. Sometimes if we are in a very stressful situation, we might feel that is happening. What if there was no balance between our thoughts and emotions? What might happen then? You probably already know the answer. If our thoughts and emotions were not balanced, then we'd end up in a big mess. There will be the chaos and disorganization. We do the H3 exercise because it helps us better understand the importance of the connection of the different parts of ourselves. We see how all the parts of the tree are so important for the tree to grow and thrive. It is possible to organize our thoughts in the same way. Think of it's a logical chain, and it's definitely possible to balance our emotions with our thoughts. Now it's your turn. To complete this exercise, get your child some coloring art supplies and paper and encourage him or her to draw a tree. After the drawing is complete, your child should imagine that he or she is also a tree. Have a conversation about how the different parts connect and how each part is so important. Are there parts of the tree that remind children of different parts of their own bodies? How do emotions and thoughts connected within your child's mind? Is there a way to improve how they travel? All of these questions are great for kids to contemplate and will lead to a much expanded understanding of how their thoughts and emotions can optimally work.